AITA for giving CPR to my friend when though his wife said I don't have consent. I'm not a regular redditor, so apologies if this story isn't formatted correctly. Also, this is a repost from another subreddit that my post was removed because of medical reasons. So to give context and background to this situation, I, 26M, have been trained for CPR through almost every period of my life, and fortunately never had to use it until I learned CPR throughout Boy Scouts, high school health class, personal trainer classes, and previous work training. I work at convenience store and experience many regulars. This regular, for example, is a man that we will call Jerry. Jerry is in his roughly late 40s, early 50s, and we happen to always have 10-15 conversations on random stuff we bond over. He is also an Eagle Scout, a father, and has a daughter who is about to get married, and is over the moon about it, a Star Wars fan and loves sports, so there's something we will always talk about. I love Jerry. He is an awesome guy, who doesn't talk about work a lot, which I completely understand and respect. 1 week ago, Jerry came into the store with his wife that I have met on occasion of him shopping. Not really a social person, which my wife isn't either, so I understand. I was in the other aisle when I started to hear heavy breathing at the counter, then following a loud crash and panicking scream. I rush over to see that it's Jerry on the floor unconscious. I quickly run over and get down to assess him. He wasn't breathing or responding to me. I look over at my boss, who we will call Misty, to call 911 and grab the AED. I began to unbutton Jerry's shirt to start compression and getting him ready for if we need to use the AED. During this, his wife looks at me and, "Are you really going to perform CPR? I'd rather have a medical professional than you." I didn't even comprehend this comment and just kept continuing. What seemed like 5 minutes of doing comprehension was only 1 minute. The wife keeps on yelling at me saying, "I don't have the right to touch him without permission or her consent. Ignore her," and keep doing compressions and mouth to mouth. That's when I start to hear sirens in the distance, and since we lived in a super small town, it was fortunate to have a hospital close by. The sirens getting closer, then suddenly the ambulance was right at our door, and rushing in we the stretcher and one of paramedics asked that if could take over after my round of compressions. Of course I agree, and we had a smooth transfer of compressions. That's when my boss with AED in hand comes over, and that's when she escorted away from the situation to calm down while the wife was staring daggers into my soul. I was put into a room to calm down, and after 10 or so minutes I hear the wife yell, "I'm going to press charges against that guy. He could have killed my husband." My boss tells me to go home after writing a report and take a break for a while. Right now I'm at home scared and waiting for that phone call from a lawyer or someone. I know what I did was right, but I feel like I actually did do something wrong with going against the wife's consent. So AITA, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel for watching more interesting videos.